last time we talked, and I think it finally actually happened.
It did.
It did?
Yeah.
You had Rihanna on the show.
I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it like
It was
everything
the
you thought?
dream. Yeah. It was beyond my wildest dreams. We went day drinking, with his something we do on the show, and
I can't believe she said yes to that.
I know. Why would you say yes to that?
Why would you say yes to that?
But it was amazing. People say, "What's it like drinking with Rihanna?" You know, like there's some people, like the more you drink over the course of the night, the more they start looking like Rihanna.
Yeah.
Like imagine starting there.
Wow. Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It must be amazing.
But she was so much fun, and she's the nicest person in the world, and it was a blast.
But what do you do after? Like, when does day drinking end for you?
So it ends, unfortunately, because it's day drinking. It ends in the afternoon, and then I go home to a wife and children, and it's never ended where we haven't had some, like, where I've gotten a little snitty with my wife, because, like, I'll come home and knock over a lamp, and she'll roll her eyes, as you would when your husband comes home at 4:30, super trashed.
Yeah.
And she'll just go, ugh, and then I'll say, "This is for work." I was working with Rihanna.
This is for work. Yeah. Put food on the table.
I drank to pay for that lamp.
Makes no sense. I have a picture your wife sent to us. She wanted to show us what you look like after a day drink.
Yeah, that's me.
This is you in the hallway. You took a nap?
I took a full nap in the hallway. That's my.
You took a nap in your hallway.
That is the most. My mother-in-law took that, and also this is the most mother-in-law thing. She put a water now next to it.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, stay hydrated.
But you told me there's one thing, because I said, is she just perfect? Is Rihanna just awesome? And she's like, yes, she's everything perfect. And I said, is there one thing that she doesn't do well? And there might be one thing.
Yeah, she at one point took my phone and took a bunch of pictures while we were day drinking. And then when I went through them and looked at them, I'm like, Rihanna's bad at taking pictures.
See, I disagree. I think this is a great picture.
I think that's not a good picture.
I would,
I think that's poorly framed.
I would post that on Instagram.
I think that's got a bad comment. And I don't think, well, that's a good one. This is a good picture of us.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a memory right there.
Yeah, that's, I think that's actually called the Rihanna filter.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Is that really?
Yeah, they just put Rihanna in a picture and then you look happy.
She's not even there. Yeah. Are you guys like buddies now? Do you have each other's?
No. I mean, I think as highly ever. I think we're friendly, like and whatnot.
You don't have her cell phone?
I wouldn't want it.
No.
I think it would be like too dangerous to have. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would like spend all day thinking, like, what's a funny thing to text Rihanna? I think that.
Yeah, it would just be too much. You already have a job.
Yeah, I already have a job. I feel like certain things, like, I shouldn't have Rihanna's phone number in the same way Trump shouldn't have nuclear codes.
I understand what you're saying, yeah.
Someone near us
can have them, but you shouldn't have them.
No.
Speaking of Trump, the impeachment hearings are going on all this week.
Yeah.
Any surprises? What do you have to expect?
I know. I mean, it's weird because we kind of know what everybody's going to say, but it's still fascinating to watch the words come out of their mouths as opposed to, reading, what they said in closed testimony. But I've gotten so bad. I know now that I can't predict anything. No, I've been wrong about everything for so long.
Really?
So you just kind of buckle in and watch the ride. But
with this administration,
yeah, just with the news these days, like nothing. It feels like
wow, like this is happening.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing this now. All right.
And the testimony is fascinating because, one side asks questions and people say things and you go, oh, that's bad. And then you watch the other side being like, but was it that bad? And you're like, yeah, no, it wasn't. But that's like their only defense right now. It's like, but seriously, there's worse things, right? And you're like, I don't know, I guess so, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Do you have news on in your house, like around your wife and your kids and stuff?
My kids are total news junkies. 3 and 1.
Really
Yeah. The problem is one of them. The 3-year-old loves MSNBC. 1-year-old loves Fox News.
I know. It's tough. Yeah. That's tough. But they're
just like they're cartoonier, so he likes that. Yeah.
They're different humans.
They're just different people. So we have to get them different people.
The baby, that's just 3 already.
3.5 and 1.5. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's really fun.
Baby,
and they're good dudes and they like hanging out together.
Yeah.
The other we have these. They have a pair of noise-canceling headphones for babies.
Yeah.
And the 3-year-old likes to wear them because he likes to pretend he's a helicopter pilot. And the 1-year-old likes to wear them just to wear them and walk around. But they're noise canceling, so you can't hear it. So the other day, the 3-year-old said, I want those. And I was like, you have to ask your brother if you can have them. So he walks over to the 1-year-old, and he says, can I have those? But they're noise canceling. So they just look at each other for 10 seconds. And then the 3-year-old looks at me and goes, He said yes.
That a boy!
There you go.
That a boy right there.
Punchline.
That's a smart kid.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on and on.